to order. Adoption of agenda. Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Introducing of late items. It's a gun control letter to the regional district. That will be moved to 4.7 gun control letter. Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Correspondence 4.1, request for a bench at Riverview Cemetery.
That council defer this request until it receives a report from the interim chief financial officer regarding establishment of a policy for allocation of benches at Riverview Cemetery.
Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion? I think we should defer it. All in favor?
Excuse me?
I think we should defer it.
Oh,
All in favor? 4.2 correspondence.
That council receive this correspondence for information from the District of Squamish regarding CARIP funding.
Can I get a second?
second.
Discussion? Dawn, can you explain this to the ladies?
Yes, Your Worship. It's a letter outlining the the District of Squamish's concerns about the Municipal Affairs, Ministry of Municipal Affairs decision to end the CARIP funding. The funding has been used to build carbon neutral reserve funds in that particular district, and it used the funds to support creation and implementation of a community climate action plan. The District of Squamish feels that the decision will have negative implications for their district, and they seek to and this letter was sent to the province to urge them to reconsider their decision to end the funding.
So they want to support what is what they want.
It didn't say that, but potentially they'd appreciate that.
Okay. Would you guys want to support a letter for these guys?
Are we supposed to be doing just essential things, or is this the full meeting?
This is a full meeting. That's why these two
Okay.
guys are hired.
Yeah, and certainly, Your Worship, it's within our capability to write a letter of support for this position, which we can do given if council provides us with a resolution.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we write a letter of support regarding the CARIP funding.
Was there
Will we be CCing anyone else?
the District of Squamish CC'd the president of the UBCM as well as other BC municipalities, so we could certainly follow along with that.
Please do.
Now, Your Worship, just if I might, for my minutes, has council voted on the motion to receive?
We've never done that. Motion to receive.
Okay. I thought that was the motion that Councillor Hebert made to receive the report of information.
Yeah, no, she received a motion for us to support a letter. That was her.
But she also read the council received this correspondence for information.
I think that's correct.
Okay.
So would there be has there been a vote taken on that initial motion?
No.
Okay.
All in favor? .3 correspondence for Canadian Energy citizens regarding help set the record straight. Can I get a second?
Sure.
Discussion?
Do we not, that council received this correspondence for information?
I think essentially that was the motion that the mayor made.
Oh, sorry. Apology.
Discussion? Going once? Going twice? Guess
No vote?
no vote.
No vote?
Okay. 4.4, Kamloops, an update on human sex trafficking in BC and how to stop it. Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion.
Did we not do a letter previously for sex trafficking?
No,
Yeah.
We had.
it didn't go out.
Oh,
This is the letter.
okay.
And your worship, it's, you know, once the letter is received, it's certainly within council's ability to send a letter of support back to the organization that's to Ms. Peters. And if that's council's wish.
I'll make a motion for that.
Second.
All in favor? 4.5, correspondence for the District of Squamish regarding Truth and Reconciliation Commission calls to action 75. Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion?
I make the motion that we send a letter of support for this Truth and Reconciliation Commission call to action.
And I'll second that. Or I can't get rid of that. Marlene will second that.
Yes.
All in favor? .6, correspondence from the City of Langley regarding support for 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline Initiative. Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion?
I think at this time that it's crucial that we support this.
All in favor? 4.7, gun control letter. Barb?
Yes, there's a bill going through, through UBCM that different municipalities can make bylaws for their own gun control within their boundaries. And I have concerns of different municipalities having different controls, different regulations. So I would be opposed to this bill. And it was discussed at regional district and they would like to know what our council would like.
Well, I don't want to police anybody's having their guns. I don't want to police it. So I don't think we should be having to worry about their guns. So I'm in support with the regional district.
But we don't support this bill.
Right.
Okay.
All in favor? 5 reports, 5.1 reports. Councillor Smith.
Yes, July 1st, the museum has informed.
Is that not your portfolio?
Yes, that's
Okay.
my
Okay,
report.
go ahead, Marlene.
You don't have anything to report?
No, I have some questions, to ask now that we have an acting CFO. What is the council protocol? Like, I just feel I'm not getting enough information on what's going on. We do have a bylaw that made a motion that our mayor is sanctioned, so is that going to be carried on, or how does that? I'm just asking for direction.
And what information are you thinking you're missing?
Well, I don't feel that, we haven't talked to you guys since the last conference call, and I just want to be brought up to date what's happening and what the protocol. I realize you guys are coming to the chairs and I just want it stated. I don't know how.
You've been emailing them, have you not, Don and Doug? You've been emailing them, have you not? Every time
I haven't,
something comes up, because I know I get mayor and council emails.
Your worship, have not emailed council about that particular issue. It hasn't, since I got here Monday, it hasn't crossed my desk, but it's one of the things that I understand has happened in the past and it bears some looking into, so I would have to go back and review the minutes from the meetings where that took place. I don't.
There was no
Does-
minutes, there's no minutes in the the agenda. There's no minutes in that meeting.
Okay.
It was verbal.
Was the meeting, meeting of council, like a regular meeting of council?
Yeah. No, it was in an in-camera meeting, actually.
Okay, we should be talking about it in camera then, your worship.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
what
to
I
defer
thought.
the,
That's what I thought.
Okay,
it starts out in camera generally, the best practice is to refer it until council reports out, so we can certainly do that.
Thank you. I have nothing to report. These guys have been marvelous.
Yes,
Some?
my report. Okay. Last time we had a meeting, I forgot my stuff. So from the museum, Les, he said he was very busy. This is from the end of May, I think it was. And he said they're going to have a grade 12 student volunteering 30 hours for them, which is absolutely marvelous. Mara McCran has returned this year as a summer student. Such an asset for them. They've been cleaning, fixing, planting. They've got the flower bed on the street. Sweet peas are planted in the beds along the walkway. Dwayne and Bev Jones donated the chicken wire to protect the beds. Trailblazing donated crates. And Gary Loisel donated buffalo fencing for the peas to climb. They replaced the soil and planted grass seed around the new sidewalk in the backyard. Really appreciates that sidewalk that we put in last year. We spoke about the government grants for museums and tourism, and I asked Les if he was interested in it, and he said that the grants just take up too much time for his sister, who looks after things for the museum. So I asked if we could use a grant writer, and if we did, what would be the priority? And he said wheelchair ramps. Then,
Would you want to make a motion for one of these guys to reach out to Andy to look for grants for that?
well, I'm not sure what happened. There was a meeting held, and it was decided that Rob Brown would be writing a grant, so I'm not clear what's going on there at all. Now I lost the minutes from my note.
So I'll make a motion, Dawn, that you reach out to Andy Ackerman to see if there is any grant writing money for the disabled, just the ramp or something like that. Can I get a second?
Sure, second.
All in favor?
Okay. On June 3rd, they held a meeting. And they are interested in doing things for July 1st. They would like to have pancake breakfast. They'd like music and entertainment, a scavenger hunt to go on in the museum. They were talking about face painting, having the Mauser cruisers, door prizes. And they've asked that if we could block off half the street for traffic. I did mention that we do have Dr. Bonnie Henry, who is in charge of the province and has limited gatherings.
50 people.
And as far as I know, we're not budgeted for July 1st.
Right.
They were also talking about having the fire hall involved in this as well. And I did mention that I was concerned about the amount of people that would arrive, considering we've all been in COVID enclosures and our own little bubbles at home, and to be able to go out in the public would attract an awful lot of people. But that's about all I could say. And another thing, they said that they need their first payment to the museum.
So are they for them having that, or afraid
This
of
is what
cards, or-
their meeting was, and they were discussing these things. I did mention that we have Dr. Bonnie Henry, that we're not doing July 1st. I don't know how this came up, but
Art?
Do they have a COVID plan? Like, how are they going to, would not the village require a COVID plan?
The Ministry of Health would.
I'm sure Les has reached out to Ministry of Health. He's had several things during COVID happen over at the Legion, or over at the museum, and he's always contacted the health unit, or health person, I should say. So, yeah. As long as he has his plan in place, I'm all for it.
I don't
Everybody's
know.
had their double shots. It's supposed to be 99% accurate, so,
How do you check people for shots?
well, you can't, it's their privacy.
But how do you control 50 people when you have, if seniors are going
It's
to
the
be
museum
panicking?
that's doing it, it's not us. It's the museum's problem, not us.
With the fire department?
Fire department, they have their own insurance, do they not?
Sorry?
The fire department has their own insurance?
No, the fire department is covered under our general liability insurance.
What do you recommend?
I don't have enough information to provide you with any advice.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's,
But it still boils down, it's the village thing. I have trepidation because I can't see how you're going to control people. And it's July 1st, the first day that everybody's allowed to go out. And we usually get thousands of people here on July 1st because we have a big celebration. And the first day out, everyone is going to be here because it's just a little drive down the road.
if I might just ask, is the museum looking for the village's support in this, like monetary or?
No, they're
No,
not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they were just,
There's no permit required?
No.
Okay.
They would have, Les would have everything in place if the museum board allowed him to do what he was required to do.
But don't we have to approve the closing of the street?
We do have to approve that.
Mhm.
And then I'm okay with that.
Is that a council decision or a staff decision to close the street? For
I
a
think it
period?
would be a staff decision.
You would have to look at whatever policy there is,
Yeah, I didn't look at the bylaw, it's a traffic bylaw.
but we will.
okay, thank you.
And Marlene, I just have one question. Did they hire somebody at the library?
I don't know.
You don't know. Number 6, any camera as per section 91 of the community charter.
And if it's council's wish to go in camera, your worship, the meeting could be closed under 91, section 90.1, and to discuss whether or not the items that would be brought forward are appropriate to be discussed in a closed session, and if they were, then the appropriate motion would be made after that to close the meeting under the right section of 90.1.
Okay. So what are you going to bring forward for them to see, or?
Well, I guess if we're going to, we should probably close the meeting under 91N to discuss that, discuss whatever's coming up. So we need to close the meeting, turn off the camera, and then have the discussion.
Bart?
Would you like me to make a motion that we move to the camera?
Yes, please.
Usually Marlene does that, that's why I was looking at her.
Oh,
Let Barb.
Yeah. No, I know, but that's, because then you start talking.
Can you shut that off? I need a second.
Second.